In a rare bit of good news, the continued global lockdown has seen an increase in birds singing, and one rare specimen has re-emerged in India. Let's have a listen to its enchanting song. I've reliably been informed that they would have included that clip regardless of whether I would have been presenting or not.
It's good to see, though, that the emu's career wasn't cut short by the death of Rod Hull.
Following the cancellation of his flight to Magaluf, one man refused to let it get in the way of his holiday plans.
How does he know it's his?
And at Burke Hall, words got around that Harry and Meghan definitely aren't coming back from LA.
Oh, come on.
I genuinely didn't know you could clap sarcastically till I saw Camilla there. As if she didn't want Charles to get better. Right, let's get on with the show. And we start with the bigger stories of the week. Ian and Maisie, take a look at this.
OK, that's Boris saying he's delighted to be back before he announces that he's got to go again because he's had a baby. That may be the baby, but who knows?
This is the 2020 Ryder Cup being held indoors.
And this is bleach. This is Trump's recipe for defeating bowl cleaning. They've dropped the E from bowl. And there he is. And there's someone who knows what they're talking about, looking incredibly embarrassed. Look at her legs. Oh, God, don't say that.
Yeah, this is the return to work of Boris Johnson on Monday, just in time to go on paternity leave on Wednesday. The first thing Boris did on his return to work was to chair a meeting of the Cobra Committee. Boris had lots of questions to ask, the first one being, where do they hold them?
I'm surprised that it's such big news about him having a baby. It's his 6th or 7th baby. I was quite disappointed they didn't announce the baby weighing in at 6 or 7 pounds.
No, they're going to do it with the name. Well, Rees Moggs called his 6th baby Sextus. So I think Boris is probably going to call this one Septimus or possibly Octopus or even Decimus, depending on your counting system.
Big decision for Boris is how to keep control of the pandemic without frustrating people desperate to get out of lockdown. Everyone agrees that things won't be the same again for a long time. What's the phrase that everyone's using, Ian?
Is this the new normal?
Yes, the new normal.
I mean, it is extraordinary. I mean, the press in this country, having spent a couple of weeks saying, why didn't we have lockdown an awful lot sooner? They're now saying, why can't we stop lockdown an awful lot sooner? But it's balancing whether we slowly, let all under 30-year-olds out and they can do what they like and the rest of us have to be locked up for a couple of years. I think that's one solution, or do it regionally.
Like when my grandparents talk about what they did during the war and all of their national service, and then ours is essentially, we just had to stay indoors and binge watch Netflix to the point where we were watching documentaries on the Panama Canal.
When was that on? That sounds terrific.
It's amazing, Ian. Honestly, it's amazing. Get involved.
Fantastic. Panama Canal, for God's sake.
The first wartime analogy was that we didn't close the pubs during the Blitz. That was the reason why we shouldn't have the lockdown, which kind of missed the point that the Germans weren't really trying to kill Londoners by infecting them in pubs. And then I heard another character saying that I think it might have been Farage, saying that we didn't have social distancing during the Blitz, and I still haven't quite worked out the logic behind that idea, as if maybe it would have helped. The bombs would have landed in between people if they'd all stayed 2 metres apart.